In this first project, we'll control the 6 fixtures around the statue. Our fixtures are already DMX addressed, and our hardware is connected as described in the introduction video. The design brief is that these lights turn orange during the night on weekdays, and are a mix of colours during the night at weekends. Let's start a new project. This step-by-step helper takes you through project setup. You can navigate through the helper by selecting Next, or clicking the navigation on the left. None of these steps are essential to beginning a project, but it will save you searching to find them later. In the first step, we can enter some generic information about the project. Next, you'll see a list of fixtures available to use in your project. We can add to this list, or change its contents if needed, but a default RGB fixture is already in the list, and that's what we need for this first example. In the following step, we can configure the canvas. This involves setting units to use, changing the canvas size, and adding a background if desired. For now, we'll set units to pixels and continue. Next, we can set a project location so that the controller can calculate sunrise and sunset times correctly. In the last step, we can assign the controller to use in this project if it's already connected to our network. Typically, there's only one controller on the network to select. The software will warn you here if a controller needs configuration, and the software will guide you through what's required. There's a dedicated explainer video on this topic. Finally, click Create Project. Let's start by adding a fixture. For this task, let's use the walkthrough. We'll start at the Add button above the canvas. We'll select Fixtures, then select our RGB fixture, position it on the canvas, and finish. Let's add 5 more fixtures. In other examples, we'll use a background image, but for now, we'll just place them at approximate positions on the canvas. You'll see the fixtures appearing in the browser, and selecting one or more fixtures allows adjustments to their properties. Right-clicking opens a context menu, and in the case of fixtures, this offers alignment tools. Let's go back to the Home tab and use a walkthrough to see how to patch a fixture. Select the fixture, and simply drag it to patch. For this fixture, address 1 is the right value, but we can drag the fixture around in the patch if needed. Let's patch another. We can patch multiple fixtures at once. Select the fixtures on the canvas with the Control or Command key, or in the browser with the Control, Command or Shift keys, then drag the fixtures into the patch. If you have a controller online, we can use the Highlight button to check if fixtures are patched correctly. This only works once this project has been uploaded to the controller. We do this by uploading the project using this button. Now we can highlight our fixtures one by one, or multiple fixtures in one go. Next, we'll add a scene to define what levels, colours, or effects the lights should output. We'll follow the helper again, starting with the simplest type of lighting look, a static scene. Scenes, just like fixtures, are added to the canvas. We're going to make all the lights go to a shade of orange for this scene, set the scene name, and save it. As a static scene, the fixtures will fade to orange, and then remain static at those values when the scene is started. Now let's add another static scene with some fixtures in red and others in blue. We can select one or multiple fixtures on the canvas, or use the selection tools. Give the scene a useful name and check the fade time is correct. To edit a scene, simply double-click the scene icon to start adjusting settings. As you can see, there is also an off scene created automatically. If you're connected to the controller and fixtures, it can be useful to see the actual output of your scene programming on the fixtures. Just like Highlight, this only works after the project has been uploaded to the controller. Click the Live Output button to enable this mode, and check how programming looks in reality. Next, let's schedule these scenes to activate at the right time. From the Control tab, click Configure Schedule. We're presented with a graphical calendar layout. Click the Add button to start creating events. We'll select the orange scene and click Next. We're going to use today's local sunset as the start time and sunrise the next day as the end time, and make this event recur forever on weekdays. Then click Add Event to finish. Let's do the same for the weekend scene using a different method. Instead of the Add button, we can double-click the calendar at the correct date and select the desired scene, confirming the start date and time, the end date and time, and setting the event to recur at weekends. Finally, we click Add Event. In the graphical scheduler, we can see the full schedule in day, week, or month view. We can also adjust individual instances by dragging the event. We can delete an instance, or adjust the recurring series. Express offers a great way to simulate your project. When we start simulation, we can manually start the scenes here to play on the fixtures on the canvas. We can also simulate scheduled events. We can fast forward time, and note how at sunset for the given date, the lights will correctly simulate their programming. You can jump to a certain time and date as well. A great way to give you the confidence that you've set up your programming correctly. When you've finished programming, upload the project to the controller using the Upload button. Alternatively, we can use Ctrl and U as a keyboard shortcut, or upload using this button. We've now uploaded the latest version of the project to the controller. It'll run standalone 24/7 independently of the programming computer. We'll save a local copy of the project and can now close Pharos Express software. Our first project is ready. Here's some useful tips before we finish. If programming changes are required, open the locally saved project edit and upload again. You can download the project from the controller using the main menu. Express is a single-view desktop app with different tools displayed automatically depending on the task and selection. If we select a fixture, the Patch tab will display in Tools, and fixture details are shown in the browser and Property Editor. If we then select a scene, the Tools menu will show the Control tab, and the browser and Property Editor again show selection-relevant information. As we start to work with some additional features in the next project, we'll see how this works very intuitively. Lastly, if a selection has features you can configure, a gear icon will be presented in that area. This will open a helper to guide you through the configuration options for that section. Okay, our first project is done. Let's move on to the next example.